All right, so I figured I'd make a quick tutorial for the Weepinbell snipe setup that I kind of just figured out over the last 2 days. So I want to preface the video. I don't know if this is like 100% legit, but it's been working pretty well for me. Quo and Druggy were watching me do it on stream for a while, and literally right before recording this video, I just did it 7 times in a row. Um, but I do want to say there's one Weepinbell cycle that does not work for this setup, and you kind of have to modify it, and it's kind of sketchy, but I don't know. I'll go to that later. All right, so how the setup works, once you get into the room with the coughing and the Jigglypuff, you just like look at the bottom or whatever, and you're gonna want to line up with a specific spot. So I'll pause it when that happens. So like right about here. So you see there's this corner right here. You're gonna want to line up above this corner, and you're gonna want to have the center of the Pokeball icon like kind of lined up with the pool right here. So ideally, I think you'd want it a little more to the left. You want it like right on it or a little bit before it. So I paused it a little late. So you're gonna try to look for that spot. So once you're lined up on that spot, and once this spot happens, you're gonna go up. Now, you're going to be going up until you see a specific part of the cave wall go off screen. So we'll go up for a little bit, and I'll just pause it to show you what you're looking for. Um, so it's kind of hard to see, but there's kind of like a corner right here. You can see there's like a line going diagonally this way, which shows that there's kind of an edge. So like right at the corner right here, once this spot goes off the screen, you're going to stop going up, and you're going to throw 2 apples, all right? So right about now is where you stop, you zoom out, and you throw 2 apples. Um, so those
Okay.
2 apples, oh, I've turned the volume on, oops. So those 2 apples are going to cover one of the spots that Weepinbell can stop in. Then you're immediately gonna tap left. And I like you like I mean just tap left. You barely want to touch it. So you tap left and throw 2 more apples. That covers more spots. So see, I hit it there. So the first 2 apples covers Weepinbell stopping at this corner right here. The second 2 apples covers Weepinbell stopping in this corner right here. Um, so if he stops there, he'll be hit by, I don't know if it's the first or the second apple, but he gets hit by one of them. And if he stops here, or if he has not stopped in these 2 spots, he will get hit by the second apple you throw here. Um, so there's a couple cycles that are kind of sketchy that I need to talk about though. So Weepinbell can stop here, like in the middle. If that happens, you kind of have like a 50-50 shot of hitting him, I think. I'm not exactly sure how it works out yet, but it kind of depends on if he stopped anywhere else earlier in his cycle. But if he stops here, you still have a chance of hitting him with one of your apples at this corner, but it's not guaranteed. Also, so I mentioned there was one cycle that actually doesn't work with this. So let me go back a bit. Um, so if you're at the setup spot, let it just wait till the video gets there. One sec. Okay, so if you're like at this setup spot, and if you're right here, and if you see Weepinbell right here, the setup won't work. Um, that means Weepinbell. I think what it means is Weepinbell hasn't stopped anywhere. So if Weepinbell appears right here before you started going up, you're gonna have to adjust this a little bit, because if that happens, you're not gonna be able to hit him with either of the apples on the right side. So you're gonna have to only rely on the 2 apples on the left. And I'm pretty sure the only way they'll work is if he actually stops on this left corner. So what you're gonna do the normal setup, look up until this spot, same as the normal setup. But instead of throwing 2 apples right here, you're just gonna immediately go to the left like you normally would, and throw the third and fourth apples basically. Um, and again, it doesn't always work. If it is this cycle, he would have to stop on the left corner for it to actually hit him. So it's not guaranteed in like every single cycle, but as far as I know, that one's the only one that's sketchy. And then if he stops in the middle, it's kind of weird, but it can work, I guess. But yeah, so it'd be cool if other people tested this out, because again, I'm not really super confident on it, but I've been getting it pretty consistently. And again, I don't know if it's me getting ridiculously lucky over and over, but I find that to be kind of unlikely considering how often I've got it in a row. Um, but yeah, so try this out and see if you guys are having success with it. Um, and yeah, just let me know if it's working for you. So yeah, I hope it helps out. Thanks for watching.